Hi, good morning, P6. Teacher Hope, all of you are fine, all of you are good. So we continue to study about last topic about energy. Uh, Last week we have studied about forms of energy that we know that we already studied the light energy, heat energy, and electrical energy. Okay, and then all of you already know how's the uses of every kind of energy that we studied before. Then this week we will study about another forms of energy. So beside the three that light, heat, electrical, and sound, another forms of energy are potential energy, kinetic energy, and the last is kinetic energy. Potential energy is divided into three. Okay, there are three commons of potential energy. The first, chemical potential energy, that we get from the food that we eat. So remember, chemical potential energy is energy that we get from the food that we eat. The food will be digested in your body, and then it will become chemical potential energy. Beside food, also batteries. So every toys, every device that using battery, all of that use chemical potential energy. So there are two examples of chemical potential energy. The first is food that we eat, and then the second one, the batteries. And then beside chemical potential energy, we will study also about gravitational potential energy. Okay, back to chemical potential energy. Fuel also is a kind of chemical potential energy. Fuel, you can see the example of fuel. For example, the candle wax, wood, oil, coal, charcoal, and natural gas. So the fuels that one occurs from the fossil fuels. The fossil fuels coming from millions of years ago of living things that already died. Okay, for example, last time, as you know, some of organism that live million years ago, like dinosaurs and then the plants, the remaining of that, the dead living things, will go to the surface of the ocean. That one we call that ocean bed, and then it will become during a long period time, it will become buried living things, and then after some years ago, millions years ago, it drilling into sand, and then some of the living things that remaining on the surface of the seawater, it will become oil and gas deposits. Okay, and then if charcoal you get from the burning of woods. Okay, as you can see in the textbook page 29, this is charcoal. The charcoal you get from the woods that you are burning. Okay, next, gravitational potential energy. So every object that the position that poses to the ground, it will become gravitational potential energy. It's related with gravity. So every object that you throw up and then back again to the surface of Earth, it will become the gravitational potential energy. And then the example also beside the object that you throw. And then also the pile diver. You know the pile diver. The pile diver usually using for the like the project of buildings. And then this is the excavator. This is using the gravitational potential energy. Like a crane. This is crane. It's using for making project of building. And then the third forms of potential energy is elastic potential energy. This is using for something that is elastic. Example is this is spring that you can get from like spring bed, and then this one the rubber band. Rubber band usually using for like toys, and then the swim goggle. This is a swim goggle, and then this is bow. You know bow? Bow is like arrow, but this is a special. This is bigger than arrow. And then the last form of energy that we will study is about kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is about moving objects. So if some object is moving, it means the object has kinetic energy. For example, when you are running, when you are walking, so you already done with the kinetic energy. Okay. For example, also this one, when you play with this is the pinball. When you shot the white ball, this one, and then if you shot this with the high press, so it will the other's ball will move hardly. And then when you play with the slides, and then when you play with slides from up to down, it means you already done with the kinetic energy. Okay, teacher hope you can understand, because after this teacher will ask you to do exercise in your textbook. Okay, thank you for watching, and bye bye.